Every time you drive, you're either protecting your car or silently destroying it. Most drivers don't realize the tiny mistakes they make are ticking time bombs for their engine, safety, and wallet. From turning a simple gas stop into a $500 repair to wrecking your windshield with one dumb move, these are the 13 deadly car mistakes only idiots keep making. I'm not just talking theory here. I'm a mechanic with 15+ years of experience, and I've seen firsthand how these errors ruin cars, blow budgets, and put lives at risk. Today, I'm calling out these costly mistakes so you can stop them before your ride breaks down, or worse, leaves you stranded. And trust me, mistake no one will shock you. You won't believe how common it is and how badly it wrecks your ride. So stick around, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because your car deserves better, and I'm here to help you keep it running strong. Mistake No. 13. Using mismatched or low-quality brake pads. Using cheap, mismatched brake pads might save a few bucks up front, but it wrecks performance fast. You'll feel it in the pedal, vibrations, fade, or even a nasty pull when stopping. Poor quality pads wear uneven, overheat, and chew up your rotors like a grinder. That friction builds heat, leading to warped components and noisy braking that sounds like you're driving a shopping cart. Stick to certified OEM pads that handle dust, resist grinding, and don't throw off your calipers. The wrong set causes squeal, noise, and turns your stops into unpredictable messes. I've seen slotted setups fail just from non-matching parts. Want to keep your safety intact? Choose parts made to stop, not just ones that barely fit. Mistake No. 12. Driving with old wiper blades. Last winter, a guy came into the shop after nearly swerving off the highway in a storm. His wiper blades were so worn they didn't wipe. They just smeared water like finger paint. The rubber was cracked. The blades would skip, shatter, and leave streaks so bad he couldn't see a thing. All over a part that costs $15 and takes 2 minutes to replace. You'd be amazed how many people drive blind in rain, snow, or ice, relying on blades that squeak louder than a dying hamster. Bad wipers wreck visibility, create dangerous glare, and can even scratch your windshield. I always say, check them monthly, and if they look dry, distorted, or don't clean clear, toss them. It's a small price to protect your safety and your glass. Mistake No. 11. Not tightening your gas cap properly. Guy rolls in with a check engine light glowing like a Christmas tree. Thought it was the fuel pump. Plugged in the diagnostics and boom, just a loose gas cap. No joke. That missing click let vapors leak, messed with the EVAP system, and tanked his mileage. A $200 problem caused by forgetting to twist and tighten. Your gas cap seals more than just fumes. It keeps pressure, passes emissions tests, and stops that annoying CEL. I've seen drivers fail inspections over this. Just secure it until you hear the click. Skip it, and you're gambling with leaks, fumes, and a triggered sensor you didn't need. Mistake No. 10. Forgetting to clean the cabin air filter. You'd be shocked how many cars roll into my shop with the blower wheezing like it's on life support. Just last month, I had a guy complaining about weak air conditioning and this funky musty smell every time he turned the fan on. Popped the hood, yanked the cabin filter, and it looked like a squirrel tried to start a family in there, stuffed with dust, mold, and enough pollen to set off allergies from a mile away. That one clogged piece was choking the whole HVAC system, making it work twice as hard and overloading the motor. Thing is, most folks don't realize that filter is meant to trap all the pollutants floating around. And when it's dirty, you're not just hurting performance, you're sucking it right into your lungs. I always say if your air smells like a gym sock and your blower sounds like it's dying, check the filter. It costs under $50, takes 5 minutes, and should be swapped out every 15,000 miles or once a year. Ignoring it is like skipping leg day. It doesn't seem critical until everything else starts to overwork and fall apart. Mistake No. 9. Using hot water to de-ice windshield. I learned the hard way that pouring hot water on a freezing windshield isn't a quick fix. It's a one-way ticket to a costly meltdown. That sudden temperature expansion can take a tiny chip and spread it into a full-on spider web or even shatter the glass completely. If you own a luxury vehicle with features like a heads-up display or rain sensors, you're looking at a replacement that could run from $1,000 to $2,500. Plus, once it refreezes overnight, it can ruin rubber seals, warp your wipers, and leave your defroster losing the battle. Just spray a proper deicer, grab a scraper, and do the job right. It's way better than dumping a bucket of regret across your windshield. Mistake 8. Ignoring rust spots. I once thought a tiny rust speck on my car's surface was nothing, just a cosmetic flaw. But rust is a sneaky disease that spreads unchecked, and what looked harmless turned into a rotted hole in my undercarriage, with corrosion eating through my frame, brake lines, and even the fuel tank. One shop quoted me $3,500 to fix it, or head to the junkyard. Ignoring rust means risking road safety, failed inspections, or worse, turning your ride into a rolling death trap. Even a bit of sand and touch-up paint or getting it professionally treated can help keep your metal and critical components from falling apart. Mistake No. 7. Using the wrong gas type. I once grabbed the wrong nozzle at the pump, thinking all fuel was the same. Big mistake. My engine, designed for premium, ended up chugging regular like it was on sale. And let me tell you, the performance went south fast. Acceleration got weak, it started knocking, and the whole thing felt like a bad mix of sputtering and hesitation. Using the wrong octane messes with ignition timing can clog injectors, and over time, strips key components that need to be lubricated, especially in high-compression pistons. It's not just wasted money, it's risking a $2,000 repair on something that's written right on your fuel door and the label at the pump. Don't be at the mercy of a clogged internal mess. Know what your car was built to burn. Mistake No. 6. Ignoring sun protection. Interior damage. Leave your car baking in the sun long enough, and your dashboard starts to crack, peel, and look like it belongs in a salvage yard. I've seen leather and vinyl seats go brittle in a single summer. UV damage doesn't just fade your trim, it warps your plastic panels and turns your interior into a dry, cracked mess. That kind of heat buildup? It's not just uncomfortable, it can cost up to $2,000 in repairs or refulstering. If you want to preserve your cabin, park in shade, throw up a shield, and hit the surfaces with a proper protectant. Sunlight can warp panels, fade your gauges, and leave behind a nasty glare on the windshield. I always keep a cover handy to protect against dry rot and save my seats from turning into toast. Mistake No. 5. Letting your car sit too long. Letting your car sit unused for months might sound harmless, but I learned the hard way. It's a slow-motion snowball of problems. The battery loses charge, the tires develop flat spots that make it feel like you're riding a jackhammer, and the oil thickens and settles, leaving metal parts unprotected when you finally try to start the engine. Add in dry starts, clunky sounds, and premature wear, and you're staring at a repair bill that could run $800 or more. Even the paint and panels can get destroyed by time and neglect. The fix? Just get it rolling once a week. A short drive keeps things smooth, the battery charged, and your car a lot happier than if it's just sitting, untouched, gathering pain and problems. And hey, if you're finding this helpful, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe and like button so YouTube knows this video is worth sharing with other drivers who might be burning money without even realizing it. Mistake No. 4. Using dish soap to wash your car. I used to think grabbing dish soap from the kitchen was a clever budget hack for a quick car wash, until my once glossy finish turned dull, faded, and looked like it had been through a sandstorm. The truth? Dish soap is a paint stripper, not a car cleaner. It strips away protective coatings, wax, and even damages the clear coat, leaving your paint defenseless against UV rays, acid rain, and bird droppings. After a few repeated washes, my rubber seals, trim, and even headlights started drying out and cracking. What seemed like saving a few bucks led to potential repainting costs of $3,000 or more. A proper fade balance shampoo is made to gently clean without wrecking your investment. Trust me, skip the fake shortcut and treat your car like it deserves to look fresh for years. Mistake No. 3. Ignoring tire rotations. I used to think skipping tire rotations was no big deal, until my ride got shaky, the handling went weird, and my front tires looked nearly bald while the rear ones still had decent tread. Turns out, uneven wear puts serious stress on your suspension, messes with your alignment, and throws your whole system off balance. Worse, you're gambling with safety, risking hydroplaying or even a blowout. Drivers like me who've learned firsthand now make sure to rotate every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, because ignoring it can lead to repairs that cost way more. Think $500 or even $800. Just to fix a problem that a quick stop at the shop, maybe $50, could have prevented. Trust me, neglect this minor issue, and you're basically watching your money fall apart on the side of the road. Mistake No. 2. Ignoring dashboard warning lights. I once saw the check engine light pop on and thought, the car runs fine, I'll deal with it later. Huge mistake. That tiny light isn't a suggestion. It's a sign something's off, and ignoring it is like rolling the dice on a catastrophic failure. It could be a simple fix like a loose gas cap, or something brutal like a failing catalytic converter, which could cost up to $2,500 or even $5,000. With an OBD2 scanner, you can decode that weird hieroglyphic before you're stranded or hit with a surprise bill. Drivers who wait too long often end up in the shop with expensive repairs that started as cheap warnings. Mistake no one. Driving with a cracked windshield. I ignored a tiny chip in my windshield, thinking I'd fix it later, but after a cold night and one nasty pothole, it turned into a full spider web on steroids. That crack wasn't just an eyesore, it became a full-blown safety hazard, messing with my visibility, especially with glare at night, and compromising the structural support of my car. In a crash or rollover, a weak windshield could cause the roof caving in, airbags failing, or worse, getting ejected on impact. Some states even have laws where drivers get fined if a crack obstructs sight, and insurance companies may refuse to cover you if it's not repaired. A small, cheap fix early on could have saved me the $1,100 replacement and protected my best line of defense in an emergency stopping situation. Skipping it was not just dumb, it put my bank account and my life at risk. Conclusion. And there you have it, minus 13 car mistakes only idiots make. Some of them seem harmless, even smart, like topping off your tank or using dish soap to save a few bucks. But now you know these small habits can lead to big-time damage, from fried engines to shattered windshields to repairs that drain your bank account faster than you can say tow truck. The good news? You don't need to be a mechanic to avoid them. Just stay sharp, stay curious, and treat your car like it's trying to last 300,000 miles. Because it is. If you learned anything new today, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell. We've got more real-world car tips coming to save you time, money, and headaches down the road. Drop a comment below. What mistake have you made before? No shame here, we've all been there. Thanks for watching. Drive smart, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.